We need you back at the lanes, please. All my peeps, we need you back, pretty please. See, I still remember the days back when Ricky Smith was Tricky Ricky Smith and all the shenanigans that he played in the start lines. It was kind of common knowledge. If it wasn't for law enforcement and physics, he would have been unstoppable.
Yeah. He's still Tricky Ricky.
Oh, yeah.
He's still got one up his sleeves.
He'll always be Tricky Ricky.
Yes. He always seems to pull something out whenever nobody thinks he can. So we'll see what he's got for race day tomorrow. But that is tomorrow. Right now, it is race day for alcohol cars.
And my favorite car is in the right lane, Karen Stalba. Her kids, Emily and Paul, race at the Eastern Conference Finals. Had a nice interview with her down there during that race. She was one of our trivia questions. Paul's now racing off in his Camaro, and they are scattered all over the country this weekend racing. But no question in my mind why the New Jerseyite from Hamilton over there, Karen, is my favorite car.
Well, I'm guessing it's not really necessarily your favorite car, but maybe you're one of your favorite drivers.
Oh, they're all my favorite drivers. I like them all.
Okay.
I like them all.
Okay. Richie McPhillips over here on the left-hand side. Richie out of Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, driving the team car there. His dad, the head man over here on the left-hand side. Rich gets to climb in the seat this weekend. Escaped round one earlier, and he's got a tough one with Karen Stalba over there on the right. The Gene Gallant Dan Page machine. 421 cubic inches of Hemi power. McPhillips with a 439 injected nitro Hemi over on the left.
Karen Stalba is a Division I champ, 6-time national event winner. Was the Jegs All-Star rep for her division 3 times. It's no wonder she's doing real well.
Nice looking run right there, but Richie is going to close it out right there. Richie McPhillips for the win. 5:28 at 272 miles an hour. He paces her across the stripe down there. She goes 5:34 at 269 and looked like she was half a mile behind. Reaction time was part of that. Performance was part of that. So your favorite car and one of your favorite drivers is out there, Homer, as Richie McPhillips goes to Sunday action. He is our first semifinalist in the category.
Don't make me come over there.
I'm within arm's reach. I know what's about to happen.
They don't know that. You're not supposed to say that.
Oh, yeah, I'm at the other end of the building. No, that's not true. So, with that, we'll move to the second McPhillips team car, and that's Mike Coughlin out of Dublin, Ohio, over here on the left-hand side. For Jegs.com, he is Team Jegs. Mike is going to line up alongside the defending world champion, Julie Nataas. Nataas, the Norwegian. She's from Oslo.
I even have something to add on that.
Go ahead.
Gainesville. A couple of years ago, you know, it's Nataas, it's Nataas, it's Nataas, it's, you know, the whole deal for the longest time. And you know me, I'm not afraid to walk right down and say, how do you say your name, right?
Right.
You ready for this? Julia Nataas.
Are you sure?
Yes. From the family. From Julia Nataas. But that's if you want to do it in their what, inflection or whatever you want to call it.
Their dialect.
So,
yes,
but I understand correct. Nataas came from somebody that NHRA saying, what do you want to be called? So that's what we call her here, Nataas. But Julia Nataas. How about that, huh? And I still remember that.
And somehow she became Julie Nataas.
Yes, right.
That's all right. We'll remember her for her championship from last year. And next week, we'll be excited for her debut as part of Team Scrappers. She'll team up with Jasmine Salinas, Rob Flynn will have her set up in a top fuel car. And she'll make her top fuel debut for Team Scrappers. That'll be coming up very, very soon. But right now, she'd still like to close out a defense of her championship. She's got a ways to go. She's 5th in the points right now nationally. Her teammate is the current points leader, Mike Coughlin. He might have something to say about that as well. Coughlin Over here on the left-hand side, Dan Page built, Rich McPhillips Sr. tuned machine. They're getting set to pull forward, get them staged up. Richie gives his driver, Rich Sr. Pops gives his driver some encouragement. He jumps out of the way. Everybody looking on. Randy Meyer awaits behind his driver. Pipe out there for Julie, but she manages to get to the finish line first. Julie Nataas. It dropped a hole before it got to the 1,000-foot mark. Never did clean up, but she still got there first. 5:29 at 267 miles an hour. Down just a little bit on speed as Mike Coughlin ran behind the pace there. 5:43 at 270. That's a little bit off what they had been doing all day. So Julie goes into Sunday racing. She'll be in the semifinals. The number one qualifier will advance. 5:29 at 267. Solid run from end to end again. Put one out over there on the left side of the car as it got to the finish line, but she still had enough momentum to get there first. How about this pair to draw to? Jackie Fricke on the left, Angel Sampey right side. Jackie, one of those drivers that is due for a championship, and Angel has done it 3 times. She did it on the motorcycle as a 3-time Pro Stock Motorcycle World Champion for the Mahalik brothers. Over on the right side, and Antron Brown. Jackie for Fink Construction, John Fink. This is his team car right here.
I'll bet you $100,000 the lady wins. I got a feeling.
Are we talking about $100,000 candy bar, or are we talking $100,000?
I just said $100,000. I just said $100,000.
Well, either way, I'm not taking.
We'll see how this shakes out, and I'll let you know.
I mean, the only other thing that could happen is a double DQ. We're not going to see that. Well, so we started out with a handful of blower cars, but by the time we get to round 2, it's all injected nitro. Coming up now.
One year, Angel's nephew was racing in juniors, and she and I had a direct text line going back and forth all weekend. What a wonderful woman she is.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Angel. Have been since the beginning. She's certainly gone through her trials and tribulations in her racing career. And it's great to see her exploring a new opportunity. And it looks like Angel is going to turn on a win light at the top end. Angel Sampey with a 5:25 at 276. Wins on the hole shot. Look at that reaction time. She was stellar. 0:11 on the tree. Jackie missed it by a little bit. She was 1:07 on the reaction timer. Gave Angel almost a 1/10 of a second to work with. Jackie quicker and faster at the finish line. 5:23 at 277. So the whole shot win goes to Angel Sampey, and the Hangsterfors machine goes on to the semis.
Angel only ran 3 thou off her qualifying time, too. Gosh.
Yeah, solid run. The Mahalik brothers got to be happy with that performance right there. And she is kind of finding her groove. You know, she has gone to final round. She went to the final round at Indy, got shut off because of a leak on the starting line. Then she went to Reading, won the race, and she continues to march on here. She's picking up round wins as she goes through the season, and I think she's finally finding her groove.
You know, I got to tell you that one of my favorite Angel moments was, and I've got a mind like a steel sieve, so you have to forgive me. I'm not remembering all these details. But she had taken time out and had a baby girl and came back racing and got her first win and walked up to the camera and showed her the girl the medal. That was, she was so emotional about it. It just endears you to her.
Final pair in the category. This one has points implications on the national scene. Hunter Green, left side, out of Midland, Texas. Team RMR, Randy Meyer Racing team car right here for Bond Coat and Boxo Tools. Chad Green's out there behind the car looking on. Randy Meyer walking up there behind as well.
Hunter Green says he's licensed in Top Fuel, too, so it's nice to see we're having an infusion of Top Fuel drivers coming in.
Well, Hunter has aspirations, just like Julie did, to move up to the Mission Foods Pro ranks. But I think he is getting valuable seat time right here in the A Fuel car. It's a good training ground for what he's trying to do, and I'm sure when the time is right, they'll put together a package to go Top Fuel racing in the future. But as for right now, his focus is squarely on a potential championship, as he is the points leader. And all he can do is keep making rounds and putting a stranglehold on the rest of the competition. Joe Maynard's got something to say about that. Joe C. Maynard. You see the side of the car there, the Leatherwood Distilleries.
He's got a heck of a driver development program, too.
Tribute to his mom, Kathy, right there on the side of the car. Closed circuit for Jason Galvin. Thank you very much. Good to hear from you. Jason, of course, out this weekend on Baby Watch. Hope everything's going well. How about that drag race? At the top end of the track, Joe Maynard knocks out the points leader right there. 5:23 at 2:72 for Joe C. Maynard. Knocks out Hunter Green here in round number 2. Hunter, 5:25 at 2:78. That lap would have won a couple of the previous ones, but not this time, as Joe Maynard puts it together. Better on the reaction timer. Lower ET. 2 for 2. Joe Maynard, winner. So our semifinals are set. In Top Alcohol Dragster, they'll return to action tomorrow. Funny car.